I need to chill off the ice cream, y'all. God damn. The motherfucking ice cream, bro. Sun ain't fucking with that shit this summer. For real, for real. I just be out in a little, you know, shit sometimes. Go get some ice cream, nigga. Shit be crazy.
Out of my success.
What can I do on this shit now? Hold on. We're gonna talk about mental chakras in a second. I just thought about maybe I should wait a little bit. Because the lives is different now. Like, you go on a person live, you kind of stuck on it. It's weird. Oh, fucking with this filter though. Alright, let me just say right now. I use profanity. I'm not cursing anyone. I'm actually trying to help you break out of it. Okay? Because really, you're the energy, right? That's when you have to realize. All that 369 shit, the alphabets, the alpha beta, all this shit is really ran off of you at your source, really. So, I mean, to a certain extent, right? But your source. And that being said, the sun is over here. Anyways, back to the mental chakras. Alright, so dealing with your mental chakras, right? If anyone has seen Neo in the Matrix, or I mean, if you see the Matrix, y'all, you got you got Neo, and Neo is just like the chosen one, right? The creator of his reality. So when he was met, he was a he was kind of scary. He didn't understand all the shit that was going on, which is normal to happen to a lot of people in this moment of time, a moment of energy. Well, in this moment of frequency. And that's being said only because of reflections being taught something that was not of them. Okay, I mean it was still part of them because it's still us doing it. That's still something you don't forget about. Because when it comes to freeing your mind and you seem detached from a lot of shit, there's two versions in my eyes. It's a free mind person, and then there's also a possessed person. Okay, like zombie type. So that's when it comes to the shit that's going on because it's going to be two different types. It's still that person. That's why you always get to a person with 0 point energy, that heart space, and up. Like, say if someone was like, you know, like in the movies, someone is like possessed, so they got a spell over them, and they're talking to them, they're trying to get them to remember and shit who they are so they can come back to reality. So when they come back to reality, it'd be like the spell done broke off of them, right? So when you're growing up, you take in a lot of information. A lot of information's coming in, especially when you're a kid, because you're observing how to adapt. So, but naturally, you already adapt. Okay, so you deal with a lot of love when you're a baby and shit coming up. Some people had it different, but at some point, you still, yeah. So it's like you was born with that 0 point energy, low key. It was just a lot of physical interruptions, right? And dealing with metaphysics, like I'm starting to say this shit is like a metaverse, like the real metaverse, and it's like it's like niggas in the metaverse got them creating shit like they would usually do and shit, just in the metaverse and shit. Like this shit would be crazy, like, cause that's pretty much how the Matrix was. It's like he plugged into the metaverse and was doing different shit, training. But it's like a natural way to that shit. So it's like I say, you ask yourself before you go to sleep and just start peeping uh, the physical things you start doing, or what you call physical things, like here type shit or anywhere. Like it's like once you become more conscious in your dream, you start to control the reality of that so-called dream. So it's really the same thing here. You feel me? The same thing. You feel me? But the thing is, when I say the clear, I, w- I was just talking for a little bit. Well, I'm gonna put in the comments 7:52. I'll do that shit. Alright, so when it comes to clearing, yeah, when it comes to clearing your mental chakras, right, it's gonna always tie with the physical body, okay? Because the thing about your brain isn't just operating things inside of you, it's operating things around you, okay? This is why I always say you have your inputs and your outputs when you're dealing with energy, okay? So nature is part of your output, dealing with your input, or vice versa. Especially when your DNA is matching a lot of qualities of above and below, you're dealing with that energy. Even six ether beings are dealing with that energy. All type of beings is dealing with that energy, period. Okay? It's just certain beings need different suits to stay in the climate. So that's when mutations actually fall in place with it. But coming back to mental chakras, right? You have your left and your rights, your ups and your downs. But if it was another trinity, it would be um, if it was another trinity, it would be physical, mental, spiritual, so to say. So your physical and mental is like your A and B, and then say um, your spiritual is your C, which is denoting a gamma wave. Okay, so that represents the 72, which still represents the 9. So going with that, that denotes a higher energy once you have both aligned. because now you're dealing with cells and the tetracovalence and all bonds and all types of shit. You're trying to make dissociations with them with lipoprotein transfers, okay, which goes to xenotransplants, which actually comes from animals. The gift of Zeus transplants, which actually come from animals, because under the sun, shit's mutated. So that being said, if your mind just went the fuck off and kind of went in fear, then that means you need to clean your chakras up. Because of anything that I was saying was just awareness. It was nothing to put you in fear. But why would you go to something in fear? Because of perspective that was taught to you to be in fear. That's a whole live energy. You feel me? It's energy. It's really connected to your sacral. It's a twin energy. It's like a binary system, low key. But the red and the orange, that shit is connected. Okay, your root and your sacral, or your your sacred energy, dealing with your roots. That shit is connected. Really, all of your chakras are aligned, but these two are connected. Okay, and I think maybe the heart and the throat might be, but I'll have to look again. But I know for sure the root and the sacral is what it is, and them two being energies really to unlock. If you unlock them two, you Gucci. But you have to. Only way you're gonna really unlock that shit is actually with your imagination. But you have to be in a heart space to really like be on that shit. Cause when you're not, it's just. I mean, it's all draining at the same time. It's like self training. It's like how you would teach somebody else, you be like, oh, you need to learn this first, you need to learn this first. It's like you're doing it to yourself. But that's what I'm saying. Like you start working in that right some more, it's like your soul start to operate. You feel me? And it's like your soul begin to operate. That's why I was saying it could make it seem like boom, but you have to know the difference because when they operating with the moon, this is what like the chakra shit I've been learning. Like that shit really can get like yeah, but I'm understanding like that's everybody's problem, really in the world because you hold on to shit that you try to let go, and really people do be letting go of this shit and just come right back around because when you're not trying to manifest that shit, you're subconsciously manifesting uh, you're subconsciously manifesting. So you're not really thinking about that shit. It's dealing with attachments to your soul, really attachments to your exchange. Because mentally, you can make blockages, blocking the feminine energy, and you can make blockages physically. That's what I'm saying. The food definitely plays place with that shit. Then they try to give you the drugs to be on that shit. When really, you just need blood flow so you can get that shit out of you. So your body can heat up the perfect type of way. And when it's heating up, it's not like by the time you dying and shit. Like peep game. If you get a fever and start sweating and get the hots, go take a poop, you about to pass out, all type of shit. like like if you see that right, that's what people need to do. Cause I can't really tell you. I could tell you about this mental chakra thing, but we gonna have to make a part two. Cause this video is about you really got you open your vessel up to a lot of shit. Not really to a lot of shit. I'm just saying you could pick up on the frequencies. Like that's all around you, like an empath. So it's like most people is already naturally empaths. Because when you're in a certain energy, you're just in the energy. That's why it's good to be in the heart space and up. Like when you're in a good mood, that's like being in a good spirit. It changes your perspective. It changes your day. When you're in a bad mood, and depending on how you think when you're in a bad mood and shit, or from what you see around you, just growing up, you might react that shit. You might be the one that come around be peaceful and still have those same tendencies too, because everybody trying to chill at the end of the day. Everybody trying to heal. But I'm telling you, the physical cleanup needs to be getting cleaned up. So if you ain't been cleaning up, that's most likely gonna come with a lot of colds. Um, Maybe you feel like you got COVID. And I don't be trusting that shit. You feel me? That shit really be just tying down STDs. But I mean, really, that shit is just tied to meats. Most of the meats, probably not even meats. Nah, cause we gonna get through this shit. Cause this is probably the shit niggas already be thinking about. So we gonna get through all this bullshit and we gonna cleanse. Cause I've been telling niggas what to do already. But it seems like we gonna just make a video. We gonna make a video and I'm gonna turn it to Master Sensei real quick. And yeah, cause the mental, you mentally and physically think. And I'm only saying physical because your different organisms in your bodies have their own type of brains and they're supposed to be communicating with you. So when these certain type of cells interact with other organisms that's not really supposed to be in the body, you feel me? I mean, not saying like you just gonna die when you eat this shit, but whole time it's like a corruption. So when the ozone layer is depleting, we're 50% depleted and probably like yeah by April 27th, it will be 50% depleted. This motherfucking ozone layer. You feel me? So look, stay with me. Alright, so 50% depleted. So when this beam, fake or not, is pulling magnetism from the black sun, which is dealing with the Sirius. Cause Sirius is really a portal that opens up to A, B, C, and X. And if it's a M, that C might be a G. For real, for real. Because when your C flares hit, those are gamma flares. And really, them shits be having niggas tuning in. The magnet, the M flares be pulling more magnetism from the black sun. So there's some shit they got going on with the Grays. I think I don't think they be calling that shit hell on the other side. But in my eyes, I've been feeling like Grays is just motherfucking super soldiers, like motherfucking Saturn beams. But anyways, now, all right. So there's a chakra list, right? That has different emotions that's lined up next to each color from the bottom to the top is how you need to read it. Because once you start and you actually do, you're gonna keep going. But I advise you to fast. reason why is when I was breaking down the cells. You feel me? When you eat other meats and stuff, it interacts with your cells, like the T cells and stuff. It interacts with your cells. It's the same thing as a spike protein, y'all. Okay? You know, when they got down, it's the same thing as the shit that's in type shit. Just a little piece. It needs to go with that. You feel me? Because they have like a trinity with that. The food, the goddamn, the drugs, and the chemtrails. And then your thoughts is just what you do from there. Because chemtrails, them joints gonna get heavier because it's interacting with the cells in the blood of the air. Because the air is actually a type of blood, really in a different type of state. That's when it's like you learn these elements and you learn what it's tied to and all this extra shit. It's really like blood. So it's like when they interact and put these chemtrails in there, it fucks with our cells. Okay? Our skin, inside, outside, with nature, as you can see. So the thing with that shit is you gotta got it's good to be fasting because really that fast is just gonna come to the end of the day to where like you realize this is what you want because it's like the body has to be like hydrated dealing with a lot of radiation because that should dry you out. So, but at that same time, there's cellular subdivision going on, meaning your cells is mutating if they're growing or dying. A loss or gain of a cell is a mutation. Look it up. So, if a loss or a gain of cells is a mutation, that means niggas is mutating while this shit is actually duplicating. It's just like when you smoke and you get high, it's because your cells duplicate. The only reason your cells are dying is because of what you're consuming in your physical body that's not supposed to be there. Okay? That's where all the paralysis and all that extra shit come from. Other than you just coming back to your body, those be extra problems. A lot of the fear comes from that shit too. I that's both sides and seeing how it was. And this shit really got drugs in it. Because if you ever took a drug and seen how drugs actually operate, like, it's bad. It's just like niggas with cigarettes. That shit really a drug. And it'd be hard for niggas to stop smoking. You feel me? Like, it'd be really hard for some niggas. Like, I ain't gonna sit there and be smoking like, I love this shit. Shit. It'd be like, hey, yo, I'm smoking. Shit, yo. Mm-hmm. But niggas gotta leave that shit alone. Shit, I just smoke. We trying to just smoke weed. For me. Because weed is like, it operates like the sun. That's what I'm saying. When it duplicates your cells like that and getting you to a higher state. Because that's how it feels when, say you cleaning out your body, or maybe if not, and you still feel it, it be flares hitting, right? And when these flares hit, they be like say you tune in with your body, your vision change up, like you high. And you ain't even gotta smoke, but it's like your vision change up like you high as hell, all from a flare. Like you will hear that ring, that pitch and shit. Most of the times it be them flares hitting. You feel me? But it be a communication because frequency sends signals just like your phone sending a text message, and you can receive it, you can read it, or don't read it, or maybe it's a different language you can, a different frequency you can understand at the moment. But the whole time, you, if you're overthinking, you already picked it up. You just got down. Just gotta just be. And be like, oh, bet. Then you can just see it throughout your day type shit. But the whole thing that comes with it is going to teach you to listen to yourself. Really, your whole life been like that. That's where all the karma comes from. Other shit, niggas be just saying it's karma. This shit don't even be karma. Sometimes you just put yourself in that predicament. Maybe that was the best way it was going to be for you to even get out of it. You feel me? Could have went other ways. Niggas changing dimensions and all types of shit right now. So it's like you need to be in your heart space. Okay? Like you really dealing with dimensions right now. That's dealing with you. Being a multi-dimensional being, nigga. You gotta watch this shit. You, it's times to know thyself. Huh? I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. Yeah, they be smoking too. They cool. Alright, be safe. Alright, be safe. Love her. Being nosy. It was like, you don't need to be smoking outside. They be watching this. And they be smoking too. But you right. But yeah, I turn the AC on real quick. Alright, so back to what I was saying. Really, I don't even know where I left off at. I'm gonna have to make another live. And like, cause really, if this shit throwing you off, you need to go clean your chakras. You gotta go clean the chakras, okay? You gotta clean the chakras. You feel me?